be horrific, but you know what would be pretty amusing though?
We'll have a blast, and let's start it.
Alright. Doesn't seem too bad.
Ooh,
oh wow,
Lion
that's
off the bat.
Interesting first item. Okay.
Yeah.
Cane of Burner, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool. So it's not a particularly like amazing item or anything, but normally it's so late into the seed that it is just great even seeing that, you know?
It's what I personally love getting in this randomizer without doing it myself, like a late game item or something you don't really expect to get right away. A fire rod or bomb boss. Things like that. This makes it so much fun.
So, as with every other seed so far, the main goal of the beginning is to... Oh wow, that's also...
Mirror Shield! Wow.
That is also really good.
Yeah.
So, the main goal, of course, is to get a bomb within the first section. So, even though you are technically breaking the logic with it, you do want to make sure that you don't have to come back to Castle Escape, or via the tombstone once you've got the power gloves. So, you want to make sure you can blow the crack walls up. And you need a bomb for that, of course. I mean, you could try using something like Ryan, but those walls are pretty sturdy. They're not going to fall to a piece of wood. So
yeah, you might have to run against it to do any kind of damage. Otherwise,
yeah. never quite understood how that worked as far as the logistics of it. Like, okay, running at a cracked wall, sure, but it like. It just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me if you can't do other stuff with that wall. It just, I mean, where's the force gonna go, right? It's you're slamming yourself against a concrete wall. How is that gonna be safe?
It should at least cost 2 hearts.
Now that
5
would be
if you're really fast.
Every bonk that you take in the game costs you a heart, kind of like the Shine Spot stuff.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Nice strat from Willard there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways that people use to take care of this room. Spanky's doing one closer to what I would normally do, just because not exactly speedrunner, so I don't have all of the optimal strats and everything. But I think Willard's thing is better.
I feel you.
Just Willard's thing is definitely better there. Just not quite as easy to execute.
I absolutely feel you. I just do whatever feels like is the best in that situation.
Oh, so we're already seeing cane strats here. That's pretty exciting.
Oh, if you have an item, you get early on, you might as well use it.
Yeah, considering he had full magic, surprised Spankies didn't do the same thing. Because Willard only had 4 units of magic, really, so...
Yeah. It's a nice and easy way to dispose of the ball and chain guard.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Hey, I've always said part of the interesting thing of this randomizer is to use items in unintended situations, because you're not expected to have this thing by now, obviously. So being able to just get some use out of it is really good. And using it in a room with only one enemy means it's not going to lag the game too much when it's just a minor dude, you know.
True. And you take care of a relatively strong enemy for that point of the game pretty fast, especially if you're in a race.
Yeah, it takes 8 hits to kill, so it's
and
quite
the cane
bad.
I don't know if it's also true for the ball and chain guard, but Cane of Brian also damages enemies.
Yes, it's level 1 sword damage that the spark does, so...
In that case, it's almost like you get a free hit every couple of seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good item, to be honest. The only reason it doesn't ever see play is because it lags the game by a lot. So...
You drop to like 2 frames per second.
Yeah, which is the funny thing, because I don't remember it really doing that in, you know, my version, if you will, when I was younger. And maybe part of that is nostalgia, because it's hard to sometimes tell that when you're younger. Most of it is because of playing in the PAL version, and so the game is just slowed down anyway. So, you know.
True, yeah. Yeah, I also played on the PAL version. I completely understand where you're coming from. And
Yeah.
well, it might also be because console, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's just sort of funny because of all of these things like DKC2 or, you know, Yoshi's Island and stuff, it's like, I don't remember the game lagging like this when I was younger. And then you go back and play, it's like, it really didn't lag when I was younger. It just ran slower in the first place. So, you know. So neither player has bombs yet. Keys don't drop any items whatsoever, so you can't use those for it. But the rats, the snakes, and the guards all have different item drops.
Yeah.
So
if I was one of them, I would definitely at least try to kill a couple of those rats and snakes just to hopefully get a bomb.
Yes, that is what's been happening here. It doesn't look like we're going to see any though.
No. Ooh.
Just that killing every. Yeah.
That means he has to backtrack.
Yep. That's unfortunate because with 3 different enemy drop types, you would think that the 1, 4, or 8 bombs would be within one of them. Fortunately, not the case here.
It does often happen, though.
Yeah, I guess. I've only had it happen twice to me so far.
Really?
And ever since the items got randomized, I've only ever had it twice where I've not had any bombs at all. Whether it be by Spankies is like, I really don't want to do this. Please give me the bomb. Not gonna happen, I'm afraid.
He's also going to have to backtrack.
Yeah. See, this is the sort of thing if you just assume that your opponent has got one and they are now going to be ahead of you, but which Willard is, but for different reasons, not because you got the bomb.
Yeah.
So.
And what I do wonder, it does seem like Willard's going to check what's in the lumberjack shack.
Yep. With no bombs, there's no reason to go elsewhere. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I know what he's doing. He's checking poultry rewards. So,
bombs.
Oh, that's nice. Green tier is bombs, so he's probably going to get another set of them at some point, maybe at the Lost Woods. So if you kill between 1 and 3 enemies after pulling an item, a tree or the painting in Mario Paint stuff, then you get green rupees. If you kill 4 or more enemies but take damage, then you get blue rupees. If you kill 4 or more enemies and don't take damage when you pull the tree, you get red rupees. Each of these is a separate random tier that affects every pull item in the game. So the green reward there is single bombs, whereas the blue reward was small magic, so they're not really two.
Yep. And if you can see, there is 300 rupees, I believe, in the lumberjack shack. So that means they don't have to kill a Ganon to get there.
Triple crystal in the light world. It's pretty good. Yo, half magic as well.
Half
That's
magic.
Nice. Half magic
That's
and
always
a
nice,
burner. Okay.
Yeah. And a mirror shield, so at least they're protected.
A little bit. Yeah, this is what Oh, he didn't kill another enemy in the meantime, so if you don't kill any at all, then you get nothing extra. So, unfortunate that he didn't knock anything out in the meantime.
Willard now heading to Kakariko village, where there will be a big amount of chests to get.
Yep, and because he has gotten bombs out the poultry, which is something Spankies hasn't, it is sort of common knowledge at this point, but not everybody knows it. Some of the newer runners or the ones that haven't played as much V8 maybe don't know it. So he's going to have to buy bombs, most likely. Most of the time, you'll probably go into one of the houses or the well here. Most likely the house. Fire up!
Did you see that? Oh, yeah. That's amazing.
My favorite weapon of the game, already showing its face. It's really good.
It's my favorite as well.
Yeah, it's just so satisfying to you.
Yeah, just burn everything in your path. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, so unfortunately Spankies is going to have to come back into here with bombs afterwards because no chest here actually had them. It's still worth coming in though, because if you can avoid buying the bombs, considering you're coming in from the north of Kakariko and not the south, you're not in... nice blue mail! You're not in the direct line of getting, chests and stuff here. He's actually going to take both of these places, which is probably going to be a little on the slower side here. No, okay. Well, has just opened up bombs, so he does have some now to use stuff. Nice mushroom as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So, both Let's have that.
Yeah, YouTube channels.
I didn't actually see what the vendor had there. I guess I'll find out later on.
Yeah, I was also trying to work with tracking.
Chicken through the wall. It looks
Yeah,
like it
20
is. Yeah,
rupees.
there we go. It's in the wall. Okay.
A solid deal.
Life
20
left.
rupees. 20 rupees. You only have to pay 100 rupees for it. Solid deal.
Counterfeit money is from the blacksmiths is being traded around the village. Guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then you get most of it back off of that. So okay. Major glitch. Chicken in the wall. Yeah. That chicken is going on an exploration glitch.
Yeah.
So, what are we going to see in the library?
And hammer!
Ooh. That's nice. So, Pegasus boots are going to be required in order to do a decent bit here.
Yeah. So, Pegasus boots had some Hashira.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Possible, because there are, say, Thieves Town is possible without having the hammer at all. So, Thieves Town Green Pendant could be.
Yeah, and imagine if like the big chest item in Thieves Town is required as well.
Oh, we'll keep that dream alive for now.
Yeah.
So, plenty of bombs going down to the water gate here. It's quite useful. Yep, the chicken can get away with glitches, just not everybody else.
Yeah, chicken is an exception to the rule.
I mean, they glitch all the time, right? When they come through the walls and stuff, if you attack them in the house. So,
yeah.
I guess it's only natural that they can just go through the wall. You know,
it's part of their nature.
Yep. Boots in Height Cave, that would be pretty good too. I would accept that.
Yeah.
And it is actually what we saw in the race earlier, so... Looks like decent defenses to begin with here. You got your 6 hearts, you got your blue mail, the mirror shield is really good. And although it doesn't really
Brian.
matter. Yep.
With double magic or half magic.
So that's not too bad. I wonder if we'll see Fire Rod. Yeah, we're gonna see Fire Rod being used on the mini Modoms here. That's exciting.
Oh yeah.
Burn.
Oh, nice double kill.
Double burn.
Oh.
Okay. A little bit lost on the last one, but that doesn't matter. Just seeing them burn.
The double kill makes up for everything.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
okay. Cape as well. Okay. And the Power Glove. That's really good.
Let's see. There we go.
So. Cool. So now we'll be seeing the usual route, getting smacked by the bird, because that bird is particularly persistent.
Yeah.
Going to see straight in with Fate Flippers going over here. This is interesting. Where is he going with this? Straight up to the mountain, huh?
Of course, he's going up to the mountain.
That's cool.
He realizes, I got the power gloves, I'm going to the mountains.
Yeah, that's an interesting route there. This is what you would normally use in major glitches, I believe.
Yeah.
To get up this way.
Spank is going for the bomb strat rather than fire rod.
Disappointing, but it's
one
okay.
of the modems, one of the mini modems was trapped for a bit, and he decides, well, the fire rod has to be used now.
Yeah, if you insist, game, I guess I'll use this amazing item of flaming justice. One sec.
I got it. And now Spanky's also got the power gloves. I do find interesting that nobody of the runners checked the ice game.
Right, I actually have to back out for a little bit, but I'll be back in 20 minutes or so, so hopefully nothing too crazy happens in the meantime, but
alright.
Yeah, sorry
I'll
for
manage.
Hopefully. Take care.
I'll miss you. Alright, so Ooh, Willard saw the moon pearl there up in the mountain. And Spanky's also heading to that mountain. That's interesting. Spanky's now taking the old man back to his house. Well, cave rather. And Willard just got the moon pearl we saw a bit earlier on. Got it. I got Titan mids for both of them. Thank you. And we're now going back to the 3 chests he had to miss out early on because he didn't have any bombs. And of course he has now the Titan Smith so he can easily access it. Nothing really amazing from it, that's a shame. Oh well. It's better to just check everything, just to make sure you didn't miss anything. Let's see. Wonder where Willard's heading right now. Yes. Yeah, he doesn't have the Sora Flipper, so obviously he can't swim there. I did worry for a bit, thinking I might have missed it, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, Bruce, that's actually a mode called open mode. It's where you don't get the sword necessarily from the uncle, and you can also choose to start at Sanctuary. It's really interesting. Oh, he was checking the island. That makes sense. The item in the top left corner is an arrow. It shows that you have an arrow without having the bow.
Looks like Spanky is cashing in on his mushroom, and this is Hiei filling in for Cal while he's away for his a little bit.
Got shuffled. And Willard's getting the shuffle now as well.
And looks like Spanky is gonna go cash in on that shovel.
Yeah. Willard decides to go to King Zora, hoping to find something good there, and he got some bombs from that guy shout.
A smart decision by Willard since he does have enough money to check out Zora.
Absolutely. Ooh, the book is on the ledge. Yeah.
Ah, good intel though, because he still needs to get the flippers for that, but let's see what Zora gives him.
Yeah. Spankies is deciding this is a good time to go to the Dark World. And plus 5 bombs. That's a really expensive upgrade if you ask me. Let's see. Ooh, Green Pendant is a Turtle Rock. And Bowels of Darkness has the blue one, and Thieves Town, I believe, the red one. So, unless there's a required item in Turtle Rock, they don't actually have to do Turtle Rock. Same goes for Palace of Darkness and Thieves Town.
And it looks like Willard is heading to cash in on his shovel item as well.
I was actually really hoping they would get rupees, just so I could say they cashed in on some cash.
And it looks like Spanky is using the mini chess game to farm some rupees.
A good call, since he still has to check out King Zora.
It looks like Willard is also following the same suit. He may be heading to the Village of Outcasts as well.
The randomizer is only in Japanese 1.0 version. Some of the text have been translated to English to make it more accessible.
It looks like Spanky's just got the red boomerang.
Ooh. I will take care of that.
Ah, Willard's opting to check Skull Woods.
That's a good call, since he already has the fire rod.
Now
He's
there's
in
only
the area.
2 items in Skull Woods, so this should be a quick check.
Yeah. He's there, so he might as well just take care of Crystal right away.
Spanky's is digging 15 digs here, because in Randomizer you only have to dig 15 times and you'll always be guaranteed a win.
It's my favorite kind of digging game.
Alright, looks like Willard found 1 item already, and if he does see his next item here, he can just go straight to the boss.
Ooh, Spanky's taking a dab there in the Dark World. And no, I don't believe they've found the bottle yet. So that will be some backtracking for sure.
Yes, for the bottles, an item that would let you visit Sick Boy.
Yeah, Ice Palace has Super Store.
Ah, the compass was in that location, so therefore, either Mothula has the last final item, or that chest in that final section in Skullwoods.
Yeah. If I were Willard, I would just go take care of Much Love first. Just to hope you don't have to go to the chest.
Now, I was curious, was Big Key found yet?
Yes, but it's not necessary for entering the boss room.
That's true. Skullwoods is one of the dungeons that you do not require Big Key for.
Same for Swamp Palace. And it took me actually a long time to realize that.
And of course, if you know how to Ice Palace Bomb Jump, you could also skip the Big Key for Ice Palace.
That's true. Absolutely. Willard hoping to get the double kill on those mummies, and he did.
Nice use of Fire Rod there.
Yeah.
It's also really nice that he has half magic for this battle, because Fighter Sword and Mothula is really a tough battle.
True. I don't think does the Fighter Sword work on Much Lab? There are several.
Oh, it does, but he has a spin attack.
Wow. Yeah, that is really was a really good call to conserve some magic. Oh, and he gets it just in time. And he gets the second item, which is 50 rupees from Mushra, so he doesn't have to check the final chest.
Looks like Spanky is revisiting Escape. And Willard has his first crystal.
Any idea which one of these it was?
Not at this time. But maybe if he opens his menu, we'll see what position it is.
True. He checks the final chest anyway, and it's a small key. That was the only item left.
It looks like Spanky is heading over to Zora as well now.
Where you will see that the book is on the ledge and get a bomb upgrade.
Looks like Willard is heading to Aghanim 1.
Yeah. Which might be a good thing to do since he doesn't have a hookshot yet, and well, he might want to check out the pyramid. And he doesn't have the hammer yet, so he can't use the dark portal close to Swamp Palace.
And in case you guys were wondering, how is Willard able to fight Aghanim with Fighter Sword? In Randomizer, you don't necessarily have to have the Master Sword in order to reflect Aghanim's weapon.
Nice use of the fire rod there, that's for sure. Yeah, that's true. The bagnet also reflects Aghanim's beams.
And a more fun one is also the hammer does as well.
Really? I didn't even know that. It's awesome.
It's funny how he named this character under me, so it's not really my house, guys.
It is, man, that's disappointing. And Spank is also going to kill again. Interesting.
Now, if it were really my house, Spanky would be next to me right now.
I must say, Fyra does make this really fun. This mini dungeon.
And with a half magic, it really helped out since you can use it so many times.
Yeah, and just use the fire rod and everything.
Looks like Spanky figured out the same situation here. He's doing the fire rod strats as well.
I don't know about you, but when I get the fire rod, I just want to use it as many times as I possibly can. Oh, and Willard taking a death here, almost being almost again. And wow, that's really unfortunate.
Luckily, this dungeon's not really long, so it shouldn't take him too long to go back.
Oh. He decides to save and quit and go somewhere else.
Looks like Willard is opting to head to Death Mountain, I believe.
Or is going to check out the area, or is going to use the warp near Kakariko Village to go to the east side of Hyrule.
Ah, yes, he's heading further and further.
Which might be a good call since there are a lot of chests in the area near Swamp House.
That is true.
Oh, and he forgot to check things out in the village.
Oh, gotta get that key.
Yep.
There's still many chests in Thieves Town, so even though it's not required, I believe, he's still checking it out.
Which might be a good thing to do. For all we know, the Pegasus boots might be there.
That's true. As you can see, Aghanim has no more text. It has been removed from the game.
Yeah. I mean, after hearing him with typical anti-antagonist things,
No more blue ball
you just got
testing.
tired of it. It is the best again. It does no blue balls, that's true. Yeah, Todorok is green pendant indeed. No, Todorok is green pendant, that's for sure. Oh, we're taking another death here. That's unfortunate. Oh, it's a death warp. I'm being silly. In that case, it's since they don't have the mirror, that's a good way to warp back out. And Spanky's defeating Aghanim. And Willard picking up the red boomerang.
Let's take a sneak peek at what this pyramid item is.
Oh! It's the Pegasus boots! Spanky's found Pegasus boots. It's on the east side of Pyramid of Power.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah, that will definitely give him an edge, even if Willard already has one crystal. And I'm still not sure which one he has.
Looks like Spanky's gonna remember to head to... Oh, he's actually opting to go
The
right.
graveyard.
He's gonna do the grave one.
The Cape grave.
Now there's an interesting strat you can actually use for swag on that grave. If you do a spin speed, where you have a false spin speed and you can't draw your sword, you can actually open that tomb by just walking right into it.
Really? That's pretty awesome.
It's only for swag though. It doesn't make it fast.
Yeah. I mean, who needs speed if you got swag, right?
Oh yeah.
It's all about the swag. Spanky's choosing to eliminate some of the chests he couldn't pick up earlier, and he got the flippers, in fact.
Now we do know the Book of Medora is sitting right there in Zora's domain.
And I believe he is going there right away. He remembered where the book is, and he was like, yeah, I'm going there straight away. And I think he has actually all the items he needs to beat Desert in that case.
Yes, and that makes sense. It might be his first dungeon that he wants to complete. Especially
Absolutely.
with the fire rod in hand, it'll be a quick fight.
Yeah, it will be. And I do hope he remembers to pick up the hammer, which is still sitting at the library on top of the shelf.
Oh, that too. Pegasus boost proving to be a key pivotal piece in this race. Not at this time. We do not know where the hookshot is.
Willard checking out the cave there. Let's see if it will bring him something good. Ooh, tempered sword. And Spanky's got. Let's see what these other chests bring. Oh, quake. So tempered sword and quake.
I have a feeling he may be heading to the library, or he might just go straight to desert. Looks like Spanky's going straight to desert.
Yeah. All the pendants are in the dark world.
If all the pens are in the dark world, that means all the light world dungeons are crystals, which is actually good.
Yeah. And that's why Spanky's going straight to desert, because he knows there's a crystal there.
And we see our first bottle.
Nice looking boss key on the torch. Yeah, Palace of Darkness requires both.
That is correct, because you can't get past those mimics.
True, and also the statue where you have to hit the eyeball with an arrow.
Yep. Looks like Willard's trying to do fake flippers here.
Which unfortunately, well, he got it. Oh, and Spanky's got the hook shot.
Ooh, very nice to have.
Absolutely.
He has
Well,
now
see,
all access for Eastern Death Mountain.
yeah. Interesting enough, it feels like, looking at the items, or looking at the crystals, Willard is ahead. But I do actually feel, because of the running boots, that Spanky's has a slight edge here. And the hookshot, of course. Oh, Willard just got a mirror from the hobo.
Now that may change his strategies and where he wants to route, because he can go to Hera.
Spanky's picking up the bottle. Willard, I do believe he's actually heading to Hera right now, which also has a crystal. And because he doesn't have the book, he can't check the tablet, which might actually have a required item. We don't know that yet. Spanky's now about to fight Lemolus in Desert Palace, hoping to get his first crystal. Spanky's making quick work of Lamoda's here with the fire rod, and he gets some bombs in return and his first crystal.
Very nice. Fire Rod being a very good use here because it only takes 2 shots to kill that Molus.
And did you by any chance pick up which crystal that Palace crystal was?
Ah, no, I have not, but we shall see.
He
We do
pauses.
know that for crystals,
So-
the only important thing is if 5 and 6 are chosen, it does play a role. Looks like it's
yes,
number 3.
I got it. Number 5 and 6 play a role because there are actually 2 chest items where one of the fairies is, and you can only buy the big pink bomb, which is required for it, if you have crystal 5 and 6. It's interesting to see because Willard died again in this tower, that these 2 runners have taken such a different route.
And looks like Spankies is making use with his hookshot here, checking the east side of Death Mountain.
Wait. Oh, he's probably hoping to get one of the more hidden chests first. And checking what's on the island, which is a heart container.
Looks like he's heading to Spiral Cave first. Willard opting to use cave strats.
Which actually gave him the blue boomerang, but because he already has... well, actually he can change them using something that was implemented just for randomizers. If he likes to use the blue boomerang, he can use the blue boomerang. If he doesn't, he can just stick with the red one. And Willard getting his second crystal.
Very nice. Let's see what these 5 chests entail for Spankies, though.
Yeah. Well, it did seem to love him a lot, considering the hard containers.
At least he's not so heartless now.
Yeah. Got 5 rupees or blue rupee and some arrows.
Now, Spankies has all the items he needs to check the Dark World side of Death Mountain as well.
He doesn't have the hammer, I believe. Oh, he doesn't need it, of course, because he can take warp on the bottom of that mountain as well. Willard now checking Eastern Palace, hoping to get the bow there, otherwise he will have to come back.
An interesting path that Spanky took to get to the chest of the Up and Down Cave. He could have used the block glitch with the hookshot, and he would have been able to make it past there too.
True.
And looks like Spanky's going to do Hookshot Cave, which is actually a really good place to check too.
Now, even though Turtle Rock isn't required, at least not for the bandit, he might actually need it anyway, so I wonder if he actually goes there and checks which medallion he needs. And he picked up powder.
Oh yes. And another bottle.
Alright.
Options get a little bit of heal in the sanctuary, which you do know that you can talk to both of them, Zelda or the priest, and they both heal you. Spanky's remembering to go to sick boy right away.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
And welcome back, Cal.
Welcome back.
How are you getting on? So, what else have we all found here? I see some Mirror Moon Petal stuff is there.
Yeah. You missed quite a bit, actually. Willard died in Agnim's Tower, and after that they kind of split up route-wise.
Okay. Yeah, I see there's a huge heart discrepancy between the two of them.
Yeah. Spanky's getting a lot of hearts.
So, where's everybody been then? So obviously I see Spanky's in Feast Town at the moment. Willard was just in Easton, but where else have we gone?
Unfortunately, he didn't have the bow. Willard beat Goldwoods to get the first crystal, and he beat Tower of Hera. Spanky's did beat Ganem and got the Pegasus boots on the east side of the Pyramid Power.
Oh wow,
Afterwards, he went to get the book, which was at Zora's Fountain after he got the fitness.
Nice.
And he went to Desert and got Hookshot there and his first crystal.
Alright, okay. So lots of good stuff going on both sides then, huh?
Yeah. That makes it so far a really interesting race because it's really hard to call who's ahead right now.
Yeah, that mirror is a big difference between the two of them, which is letting Willard do some different things to what Spanky's is capable of right now, so...
True. And I don't think Spanky's picked up the hammer at the library. Which might make it he has to come back here. And I don't know if he realizes that this dungeon is not in fact needed.
I mean, you would think you'd have to realize because of the music. That's actually one thing that threw me off to know. Oh, wow! Counterfeit woodwind instruments going on here.
Yeah.
But even if they are fake, they will still do the same job of calling the ducks, so that's the fair point here.
And Willard getting the ocarina from...
Yeah, that is something you need mirror for. So...
let's see...
Dwarf and Flutesmiths, yeah. It's a great time to get it too, because it lets you just take the purple chest and immediately flip down to... spot to get to it.
And it means that the Book of Madura was not required.
Yes. Have either of the... No, he can't have checked the tablets because he's only at level 1 sword.
Yeah. At least not for Desert Palace. It's not required.
So I guess Willard actually isn't going to take the chest there with the flute by itself, just gonna go around and do all of the spots in the area.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. This would be a little bit better if he had the book so that he could check Bombo's tablet as well. But it's still not an awful idea when you don't have Pegasus boots already.
True.
Sadly, not getting much out of there.
I doubt he needs any more rupees at this point. He does decide to use Ocarina now to go to deliver the purple chest.
So has he already checked Little Stumpy then? The flute guy?
Yeah, I believe so. Both of them checked that the first time they were here.
Okay.
He's getting a blue rupee from the guy. It does feel a bit cheap, you know. You deliver him a big purple chest from half across Hyrule, and you don't get paid that much.
Well, I guess that's where the counterfeit money from the Dwarven Smith guys went then, into that purple chest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or maybe there was just a massive stack of treasure in there and that guy is such a jerk that he only gives you 5 rupees. Anything is possible with these underhanded thief guys.
Yeah, Hyrule has a lot of problems in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, Spanky's getting the lantern from Blind.
That's why he went blind, because he's sure you looked too close into the light.
Yeah. And also getting the red pendant.
So Beetor over there for Willard as well.
Willard picking up a bottle.
So Sick Kid is now in play for him?
Absolutely.
Oh, I just realized there's no option to show a bee on the tracker.
Yeah, I was checking it out earlier. Spanky's got the bottle, and I was like, really? Huh.
I suppose there's no fairy option on there either, but that's... Ooh.
There's a fairy option, actually.
Oh yeah, so there is. Red, green, blue, fairy, no bee. No love for the Beetor.
Yeah. Nobody likes the bee.
We've seen some pretty creative use of the bee in a few of the Kyoto runs, though.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of these races, and I saw some bee uses, and I was thinking, well, I should probably start using those.
There's even been some in Ganon's Tower, which is pretty cool. The gauntlet phase.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
So Willard just checking the mirror spot in top right of Misery Maya here. The moon pearl is possible to, be put here. It's incredibly ridiculous, but it is possible for moon pearl to be there. I have had it on
Question
two
is, he did not get hookshot at this one.
No, he didn't, did he?
No, it's actually in there. Huh, that's interesting.
Oh dear.
And there's actually a crystal in the Death Palace as well, so I do hope he will get back.
The big key is on the torch, so he needs the Pegasus boots in order to finish the dungeon.
Ah, of course, it makes sense, yeah.
Was the Pegasus boots in Death Mountain east side then? No.
No, it was on the east side of the Pyramid of Power.
Oh, right, it's on the pyramid, okay. So...
Yeah.
But were the flippers accessible before going
No.
over to Aga?
The flippers is in the cave west of the sanctuary, where you have to use the running boots.
Right, so Aghanim is actually required then. Because without the flippers, you can't swim over to the pyramid. The hammer is in the library, so you need the Pegasus boots, and if they're on the pyramid, there's no other way of getting over there.
True.
So... yeah, Aghanim has to be defeated at some point, so that's a really big plus for Spankies here.
Yeah, and I think Willard is really trying hard to avoid it.
I mean, you would want to, because you've got Mirror, Moonpearl, and Titansmith. You wouldn't like to go over in that direction. I mean, I know I wouldn't, so...
But he went there before, but he died in one of the last rooms.
Okay. Looks like he's biting the bullet now, though.
Yeah, he is going back. He realizes that probably one of those items is on the pyramid or at the catfish, and he has to go back to progress.
So where was Tempered Sword then? Because that's going to be a big problem for Spankies going into Mothula here. Tempered was High Cave. Okay.
Yep.
I can understand why you wouldn't go down that far then.
I don't think this has been an interesting seed so far. That's for sure.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it. Because with all the differences in direction that you can take, I mean, you can do quite a lot of the Dark World without being able to access that bottom corner, but sooner or later you are going to have to check it.
Yeah, you have to.
There are rather limited ways of getting over to that side. Gonna torch the guard with the fire rod, and then the guard decides to just fall off instead. That's pretty neat.
The interesting thing is, like, we're talking about Willard needing the Pegasus boost. Spankies also needs to get the mirror really fast.
Yeah. Getting caught by the guy. At the very least, he still has all his magic.
That's true.
Pretty.
I really don't like those hands. I think nobody really does, but still.
That's why they made a boss out of one in Link Between Worlds, right?
True.
That you could skip from day one. Because glitches.
Yeah. It's nice that they at least take the brokenness from the predecessor Link to the Past.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a nice throwback. Oh, he didn't get powder on the yellow thing.
Make sure he doesn't get caught again.
Taking a hit, so it disappears right away. The bunny. Willard now battling again.
So Spanky seems to be desperately looking for hearts of any capacity here. I actually don't know, if you kill all the enemies in this room, does that door open up again? I don't even remember, because I don't remember ever killing every enemy in that room.
Good question. That's a good question.
Oh, looks like he just got caught at the end. Oh, I had that happen to me in my first race. That is terrible.
I was sure it was going to battle of Mothula.
Yeah. Looks like he was super close to that happening.
Willard should be getting the Pegasus boots about.
There we go,
Yeah, we got them. Let's see. This will open up a lot of paths for it.
Yeah. So, not gonna go check the catfish. Have they checked Zora yet?
Yes. The book is actually on Zora.
Oh, right, okay.
And they paid 500 rupees for a bottle, right?
Okay.
And Willard remembers, or at least I'm going to assume, the hammer. Yeah.
So, this is fine for not checking the catfish and such, because apart from he doesn't have the money for Zora at the moment anyway, the hammer will let him much more easily get back there whenever he chooses, so...
Both of them already paid 500 rupees too.
Right, okay. So there'd just be a case of flippers to get the book then.
Yep.
So we're gonna see some hot on morph action here, I guess. I don't know quite where we're going with that, but yeah, not really a whole lot else to try and do here. Just survive and hope that the bee is enough to kill him, but does not quite look like it.
No. Yes,
so having now. Yeah.
We got hit. That's
I've tried to do this with level 1 sword before. It is basically impossible.
Yeah, you really don't want to go that way. Unless you fire out like a green poison or a blue poison, you might just want to go somewhere else. Spanky is now looking at the game over screen, wondering what he should do next.
He's trying to work out, I guess, whether he wants to attempt that again or where he will go otherwise. But of course, the quick action would be appreciated now for his own sanity, I suppose, if before anything else. But
yeah.
Oh, taking his timer off.
What?
Not entirely sure what that's all about. Is forfeited?
What?
That doesn't make sense, but okay.
No. I mean...
And even Willard is typing in the chat in the moment. We'll probably see him stop on the stream briefly. Willard's typing in the chat in the moment. He's like, is this for real?
What? Yeah! Andy is saying in chat now that Spanky's forfeited. That's really unfortunate because Spanky's actually doing quite well.
Hmm.
I mean, it was a pretty tight race, I would say.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, so understandably, Willard is pretty confused as well here.
Yeah.
Still continuing on though, of course, because
yeah, of course,
to do his own stuff, as saying, Difficult said, and just keep playing because
it's time and it counts, right?
Yeah.
So Willard now about to fight Lemolas.
Yeah, I wouldn't assume it's a rage quit either. There may be other circumstances that we don't know about because we haven't had any response from Spankies at all. He has left the race chat entirely, so it might be an outage of some sort. It might be that, you know, he needs to do other stuff as well, or, you know, there's plenty of real life causes that could have it, but it's still...
That's true. Let's go for the best, you know?
Yeah, so benefit of the doubt. You don't want to assume anything from anyone here.
Willard now grabbing his
I suppose.
person.
Yeah, so I think that was a little bit of Willard sort of toasting in the chat there for stuff. But yeah, there's plenty of places to go now with that hook shot. Very easily going to make it up into the east side of Death Mountain. Hopefully make up some time for his own averages and whatnot.
And I believe I forgot to take off the hammer.
Oh right, the tracker does kind of exist, yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening all of a sudden.
So, what are we gonna find? The Barbie shield. Okay. Not really too useful when you've got the giant, as OK Guy would call it, yellow riot shield. But at least it shares the same color palette because of limitations in the game engine.
Yeah, I always called it the banana shield when I was a child. I don't know why.
That's a pretty good one. I mean, it goes with the banana hat, right? So.
True. Yeah. It does fit nicely with Blue Whale and the Butter Sword.
So we're gonna see this neat little bomb jump over here. Just that's not quite how you set it up normally, but it works, so that'll do. You can actually get it without moving after you set the bomb if you just put yourself directly in the corner, so that you don't see any of that corner tile. But
Oh.
I guess if you work out a way to do it whilst, you know, moving after placing the bomb, that's pretty good too.
That's actually pretty cool to see. It's a bomb jump you don't use often or see often.
Yeah, that isn't the sort of jump that you would see in a regular speedrun, but it is a very good
Sure.
one for randos. Another
Yeah.
decent example, well, I say decent, there's another example in Ice Palace where you can do a bomb jump over the pit above the big chest, and
Yeah.
that can be interesting for routing as well. Not necessary and usually not recommended, but it can lead to some interesting routing if you've got the right items.
There's also the one where you can skip you needing a hookshot in Ice.
Yes. So, speaking of hookshot, we have the hookshot cave here, yielding powder, which is pretty good.
Yeah. It's always a nice item to get.
And a beetle.
Yeah.
I always used to call them just beetles because the bee bottle, but apparently the name is more of Beetor because of Beetor is the one of the creators of the thing, the logic. So
I do wonder if Willard will think of picking up the Zora flippers, in which case he must realize that he didn't check the cave west of Sanctuary.
yeah, that is one thing when you get the Pegasus boots, it is very easy to forget to check that, and by extension, the King's Tomb, or the Cape Grave as I usually call it.
Yeah.
It's very easy to forget to check those. But what he might be doing is he might be saving that. Oh, don't save quit when you're doing that. That sets up the exploration glitch if you do it, right?
I don't know.
I don't know if he's just realized that actually.
Huh.
I think if you save quit, it's okay, but don't want to set that up.
Yeah, that would be interesting. What would actually
He needs to
happen
make
in
a
that
jump.
case?
Okay. So it looks like he's going to do Fate Flippers anyway, so I think that's okay.
He's going
I don't actually
to...
know. Oh wow, he's doing Ice Palace with Fate Flippers. Okay, so what he might be doing with the graveyard and the sank pile and stuff is he may be saving that for a trip around the top of Dark World.
Yeah, like a last minute swoop.
Yeah. Okay, so it is the south. I don't really know anything about the major glitches with such stuff here because I don't speedrun the game, so I haven't particularly looked into the implications of that. I just know that that is the way that it gets set up, is with a save quit when you're jumping off the thing. So
yeah,
you gotta be careful about that.
I am about as knowledgeable as you in that part. I mean, I'm a loyal viewer for all that matters, but I don't really know the technicalities either.
Yeah, there's a big difference between viewing and experiencing for yourself.
True. Absolutely.
So, when you go into that room, it is better to prime a spin attack as you go in so that you can kill 2 of the penguins, and that cuts all the lag out of the room. Because when you pull the pod up, for whatever reason, it starts lagging the game. So, if you kill 2 of the guys, then that removes... nice bomb. That removes enough of the enemies away that lag no longer happens.
That counts as 1 bomb, by the way.
Yes. Yes, it does. Yeah, as Karkat said in the chat, accidental exploration glitches immediately save quit DQ'd. So, that's okay. I like the use of the Pegasus boots there as a sort of buffer for getting the right positioning there. Just because the Pegasus boots stop you from moving at all whilst you're priming them, so it's good to use that just to move a little bit.
Yeah.
Get well soon, Sakura.
Yeah, get one soon.
Yeah, so it's this room that you can do a bomb jump over there if you want. Oh, nice bow. Okay, that is a brilliant spot for it to be.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Unfortunately, there's been no small keys so far, so whilst you could do a thing here, I think maybe the better solution... It depends if Cold Stare actually has a small key here. He is going to just go and beat Cold Stare. If Cold Stare doesn't have a small key, I guess it's still fine either way, but if he doesn't have a small key, he's going to have to come all the way around this bit again, just without the bomb jump being done. And then there'll be quicker progress for the rest of the dungeon, but if he does have a small key, then he could just go down as far as the crossroad room and get most of the stuff from there. So, we're gonna see Cape? We are gonna see Cape, okay.
It's things like this that make Randomizer quite interesting and refreshing to see. You see strats you don't often see while watching a recommendation video.
Yep. The timing on the art pickup there, it's a bit of a shame actually, because with the fact that there's no magic here, then it doesn't really matter that most of his health was refilled by that 4th heart piece. He's going to just have to wait for the full magic refill anyway, so... Oh! Okay, or you could just not get any of the things in there. What was... I didn't see if he got map or compass out of the first chest. He may have counted and just gotten all 3 items super lucky.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I think this is... Crystal 5 he got?
I wouldn't be able to tell you on that one. He's menuing a little bit too quickly for the stuff there. So, attracting the attention there of the card just because why not? Yeah, that did like Crystal 5. I can't even tell just off of the thing here.
Yeah, if it's another one I will just change it. I think it's just nice for the people to have. If you all found many crystals.
Yeah, yeah, it is Crystal 5. It's the middle.
Nice.
So
another heart container.
I always like doing a hammer dash into that item if you need to get it, just because you've got the hammer out already. But and if you've already switched, then it doesn't work.
It's a nice swag point as well, I like to say. It also looks good.
Yeah, it does look pretty good. So with the magic powder now in tow, we can see what the bat has here. Survey says...
There is...
You shall be cursed to have your heart split into 4 for all eternity. Oh dear.
He can only feel for 1/4 now.
Yeah. He's just lost 3/4 of his emotion.
Now, here's something that's going to be interesting. Lantern is actually a Thieves' Town.
Yep.
At the blind fight. So, I wonder if he will go look for the lantern, or going to hope he can get past the dark rooms.
The only thing that he would need the lamp for is Misery Maya.
True.
And if you're capable of doing that dungeon without, then
you're set.
Should be okay. Oh, so he's completely forgotten about the Sank Pile. Swamp Palace is needed, right? Because it was Turtle Rock, Thieves' Town, and Palace of Darkness from what I looked at there. So he does need to find the flippers.
Yeah, but he has no idea it's there, I think. Or he's going to go back to it later. Yeah, he needs flippers, a king, and possibly one of the 2 medallions.
I'll say that 16 heart total is pretty nice, though.
Yeah. I wonder if we've ever seen a full set of hearts in these randomizer tournament races.
Unlikely, because the heart piece or container is quite often in the Master Sword pedestal, but you never know.
Yeah.
Oh, just 10 arrows from the king this time.
Yeah.
Interesting, nice spin speed there. Taking more time to set it up than it would be just to dash down, but it looks amazing, so you know.
Yeah.
Going for those swag strats. You may as well when you're in this position, right?
Of course.
He did not check the Sank Rubble Power though. There's a reason why I call it one of the top 3 spots to forget in the game. And you actually cannot go from this side of the Dark World to... Yeah, it's one way. In the Light World you can do that jump, but in the Dark World you can't.
Yeah.
Okay, does that save and quit cause anything? Because I don't actually know.
And he really wants to check out what's at the catfish, and it might actually be a good item.
I have had flippers from the catfish before, which was pretty cool.
That's really cool. I think I've had that happen to me once as well. And it would be even more fun if you get Quake from King Zora in the same seed.
Yeah. Yeah, because then it's just fake Zora gives you the flippers and fake Catfish gives you the Quake Medallion.
Yeah. And also what's one of the most interesting items to get is actually the item at the exact same place you would normally get it. Like getting the cape at the King's Grave.
I had that yesterday in my race actually. Oh, nice red mail, okay.
Ooh, nice.
Now, you've got to wonder, was that mail red because it was coated in the blood of its enemies, or was that just because the Dark World doesn't have good dry clean?
I like to believe the first one.
Would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't trust that catfish. Honestly.
No, I mean, if you chuck something else in there, he does spit a fireball at you. Maybe that fireball killed an unlucky adventurer. And
yeah. I think Willard is going to check the Palace of Darkness right now. Without the lantern.
New Life is trying to claim this is the pink mail, not the red mail.
No, it's the red mail. It's not pink. If it's even anything other than red, it's purple.
Just that?
Yeah. Just like the blue mail is actually yellow.
I think there is a reason why the randomizer, when you have it at somewhere like the Master Sword, then it actually is referred to as the banana hat, I believe.
Yeah.
The mail is white and gold. Oh, don't start that. Not have any debates on what colour the dress is. So, this will be interesting to see what is here.
Yeah. I do hope he can navigate in the dark though.
I'm pretty sure he can. I haven't actually watched Willard playing any of these, but I have seen his participation level is through the roof. I'd imagine he's gotten at least a little bit accustomed to this stuff by now. Bit too far out for that, I'm afraid. Maybe Willard will make this 100% run. I'm not so sure about that one.
Will be an interesting town, I guess. Like, if he's going to do anything, he might go for all dungeons. But all 100% does sound quite tedious.
Yeah. At least
because
he's got lots of money.
There's always one item you never know where it is.
Right? Usually in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah. East side Ganon's Tower as well. Just to add insult to injury. Spankies apparently left. He forfeited. We have no idea why, but he still left his stream up. So all we're hoping is that everything is okay down there.
This menu is really awkward right now. The limited item pool here. Like, there's only the one item, the fire rod, on the second row entirely, so it can be really tricky remembering how to get to all the things.
Yeah.
Now that is a neat trick. So
yeah, I saw that for the first time yesterday. I was like, really? Is that possible?
Yeah, so I got taught that one by shoutouts. He taught me about that for navigating around the place, but I've seen a lot of people like what Willard just did there, actually using it to hit the crystal switch. So especially when you don't have Kena Samaria, normally you'd have to chuck a bomb at that switch and deal with all the beetles and stuff. But if you can do that to it, then it works out really well. Sadly, there's no need for...
We're having some nice dark maze exploration here. He's using his sword as a torch. Some sort.
So the trick to this place doesn't look like he's going to go the whole way, if I'm looking at this right. The trick, oh maybe he is. The trick to this place is to hold. Yeah, he's not going the whole way. That's what I thought.
He grabbed the one chest there.
Yeah. So the trick to that place is to hold in diagonals. There's a set order that you can go. So for the first chest, it is, and there's torches on the... Oh, nice catch with that. There's torches on the outside of this room, so you're able to see here. It's from the beginning, you go up, left, down, down, and then up, and you'll reach the first chest. You just need to inch to the right slightly. And then there's another sequence that you can use, again, of diagonals to go down to the second chest and beyond. So it's possible to learn it. It just... You need to practice that if you're going to use it at all. Good use of the ether or bombos in there to clear out the guys can save a lot of hearts as well.
It's going for the past.
Oh, he's going to do the bomb jump. I see. Okay. So this is the one bomb jump in the game that I do not actually know because I figured it really wasn't worth learning for Rando.
I can shake your hand in that one. I can't do this one either.
Oh, finding ether though, that's
talking about ether.
So now from here, you would just hold down left until you reach the bottom, and then walk to the right, and you can get the chest.
Yep.
Just like that.
Bombs.
Interesting way round of doing it. I mean, not just because I don't know the bomb jump, but because I was already there anyway, I would just go ahead and do the rest of that room. But
I believe he is going to check if Helmstar King has an item.
Yeah, and I mean, especially with a fire rod, so you can light the total room up. He's done the hard part, to be honest.
Absolutely. The dark maze does seem like a hard one.
Oh, not quite over on the thing there. So another thing with that particular bonk is if you end up far enough to the left, you actually basically land on the arrow and you jump as if you were on a ledge to get over there. So it's kind of amusing seeing that. But, I mean, this does make sense to do. I'm pretty sure this was Green Pendant as the dungeon, so this does make sense if you want to see
Blue Pendant.
Was it
Green
blue?
Pendant is a Turtle Rock.
Okay.
So, for all we know, it can actually be required. Which means Ice Rod is also required.
So if you have full hearts, this is a really nice place to just use the sword beam to get the switch there, but really all that does is save a menu, but it's fine. There's the one turtle in here, you just spam the hammer until you see go over. And then this room, if you hold right just a little bit, then you can... Oh, he's gone for it from the south, okay. That's a little bit riskier, but there you go. Finally getting the torch lit. So it's literally just about half a second or so that you hold right for, and then you use the torch to, you can just shoot the fire rod down. All of the turtles are coming up through the center, so they don't block it if you do it quickly enough. But as soon as you have that torch lit, it's... And here, again, just using the hammer. Or I've seen a couple of people use the cape in this room, actually, which is pretty cool. Because you use the cape and then you just charge forward and you get to the end. So, there you go. No problem.
Once again, a nice example of something you don't see that often in an MG race.
Yeah, because it is literally impossible to get through escape without the lamp in the basic game, right? Because you can't even push the what is it? Push the throne. You can't even do that if you don't have the lamp, right? Because Zelda won't let you do it.
Yeah, it says it's too dark for you to go there.
Okay, so it was blue. Okay.
Yep.
Never mind. So, oh, he's safe quitting now. Has he done? Does he need to do Eastern? Yeah, he does need to do Eastern.
He does need to do Eastern, so...
Why did he save quit out, I wonder?
Yeah.
Also interesting that if you mirror just from the default standing point there, you do get bonked in the doorway, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure... Oh, so I think the save quit here is because he wants to go check Sanctuary bit, so he is going to get the flippers just now. So that's good, but I'm wondering why he didn't just do Eastern whilst he was there. Just because it would be a quick dungeon to do. I don't...
He needs arrows and he needs crystals, so yeah. Yeah, he's getting the flippers now.
I have lost over 20 minutes and I have lost over 20 minutes in about 3 positions in a race to this being the hammer before, so very, very common spot to forget later on in the game. And
yeah, another one I think that people have to forget about, and me including, is the Spike Cave in Dark Dead.
Yep. I think I have that one on my guide. I'd have to double check it, but I think that one's on my guide as well. Spike Cave is very easy to forget because it's really far out of the way. You don't actually get to go there until you have the Moon Pearl and the hammer and a way up to Death Mountain.
And enough hearts to survive it, or
you also need...
cave.
Yeah, so very difficult to actually go up there.
So Willard is going to actually pick up the book right now, which might be necessary.
Okay, so he has gone to Zora, as he knows. Obviously that was whilst I was away, so that's fine. So now we need to have Bombos or Ether Tablet have something.
Yeah. And you might think I haven't completely checked Thieves Town, or you might just not go there at all, since we have seen he's pretty good at navigating in the dark, at least some darkness.
Yep.
I think he's actually going for Swamp right now.
That seems reasonable. It is somewhere that you need to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still looking for the Cane of Samaria, and then... I don't actually know what the Misery Maya requirement is. Has that been checked at all?
They might know, but I've not picked up on it.
Okay. Oops. Not quite spamming the button enough there.
Yeah. I like to mention
Sorry, go
You
on.
just smashed. I like to imagine you just smashed blocking pieces with the mirror.
Yeah, it's you just slap it with the mirror, and then instead of the mirror breaking, it's the block gets 7 years bad luck. So
It just disintegrates.
yeah, black
Sent
hole
to
mirror.
Shadow realm or something.
Sent to the shadow realm. That's okay. That's a pretty good way of putting it. So, what I was gonna say, I kind of like the fact that you can actually. Oh, nice butter sword!
Butter sword! Nice,
That's
nice.
a pretty good place to have it. I like
Yeah.
the fact that you can start the dash after, well, as you're pulling the switch. Like, that is something really weird. I'm not entirely sure why it works, but it's just kind of cool to do. You know, it's another one of those little things I think I picked up off of a Crystal stream at one point. It's like, all right, you can do that. That's neat. I should maybe try that at some point. I can't believe it's not killing this enemy in 0.5 millionth of a second. So, are we going to see the slightly riskier but more optimal route through this part of the dungeon, or are we going to just see the regular thing? So, if you use the small key on the top left door, then, you know, where you would hit the crystal switch, you know, and drown the thing, you can hit that crystal switch, go down into the floor below to pick up the key in the pot, and then go back up through those blue blocks which you've struck down, and then flood the floor. Which, are we going to see that, or is he just not going to do that side? It looks like he's not going to do that side. Okay, so if he wants to get those... Yeah, if he wants to get those chests later, he's going to have to come back and do it the normal. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just, that was one thing Karkat told me at some point. Hey, do this. And I'm like, okay, that sounds reasonable. And then I've managed to drown the key once, but you know, muscle memory.
Yeah.
The school of thought that you do Argus's section before the left because big key's often here. Okay,
That's a fair point. Yeah,
oh, nice.
Actually,
okay.
Nice call, Amazing and Frost, because the key is actually here.
I don't especially like that he didn't go and check the chest in the waterfall room first, though, because if he really is checking to see the big key up here, big key can be over there. So I think he should have checked that one as well. But didn't.
He's going back now to the left side anyway.
Apparently, every time I'm critical of somebody's decision to do a thing today, then it's actually paid off for them. Hammer and Ice Palace.
That's interesting.
So, you know. So other than that, pretty basic swamp here. Nothing too difficult to see. I mean, the hookshot does make things interesting in a couple of places, but once you've gotten, so long as you have at least level 2 sword, once you've gotten past the hammer spot, the hookshot is the only item you need for the whole dungeon, so that's kind of good. If you don't have level 2 sword, then your fighter sword is not long enough to hit that crystal switch from the other side, so you do actually need to use bombs for that.
Yeah, if you have a fighter sword, I believe you can't beat Argus.
You can.
Or the spin attacks work?
Spin attacks work, but the hammer works better, so you have to do epic menuing, and
That's true.
And every time that you bring out one of the puff balls, you have to switch to the hammer and kill it in one shot with that. So
That's actually...
it's really annoying.
Actually, all you have to kill him is swordless, which is a really amazing category, but in some places quite dangerous, and things like an Argus fight can be really tedious because of the constant menuing.
Yep. Yeah, I remember OK Guy in his run. I think it was for the the SNES marathon that he did that run, and that was he commented on that it was easily his least favorite part of the run because of that.
I can't imagine why. Also, Willard has 17 hearts right now.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
That is crazy. At least he still has 3 more crystals, Gandalf's Tower. I mean, I guess 2 more crystals after he beats this dungeon, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot. So yeah, I'm hoping for this 20 hearts hype.
I think we might see at least 18 by the end of this.
Yeah, I think so too.
Which is
maybe
actually
90?
Maybe
20? I don't think so. I think they've gotten most of heart containers.
people needing to look for the lamp and such, it's always one of those interesting points, because lampless is really tricky until you put some dedicated practice into it, and it is very intimidating to do as well, so I don't blame anyone for not wanting to do that. I didn't want to do that before the tournament, but I had one seed where the lamp was the Master Sword item.
I don't want to do it either. And
So,
the interesting thing is, in vanilla, the gold sword actually doesn't work on Marcus.
doesn't it?
No, it's the same with Mudshlides, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was just Moth that was the case. Wait, how did he not? Did he poke him once instead, and that's how he didn't kill him in 2 hits? I have to assume so, because you normally kill him in 2 attacks with the gold sword. Yeah, Lamp on Pedestal basically forced me to learn Lampless, because I was not wasting my time getting all of the pendants when none of them were required for, there were no items that weren't within the dungeon itself. It was all map and compass stuff there. So learning that the Master Sword Pedestal had that was like, okay, I'm just gonna do this now. I don't want to get every pendant.
Willard's checking Bomba's tablet now.
Yep. Yeah, he's getting kind of low on places to check, so needs that Ken Samaria. And instead finds a bug net. Sadly, you don't spin the Ken Samaria around, so they're not really particularly equivalent, but it's a cute item at the very least.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay, Karkat saying Gold Sword definitely works on Argus and Vanilla. He packs Moth and that's it. So, I was a bit surprised that I knew about Moth, but I would have been really surprised if that was the case for Captain Argus too.
Oh really? Well, in that case, I'm wrong. Well, rip. Willard's back in Eastern. He actually did visit it before, so he only has to go into Armos.
Fair enough. Still would have liked to have seen him done this straight after pod, but
yeah, I agree.
Ooh, it's late. That was at the point where there was a lot of confusion going on, so maybe just slipped his mind at that stage.
Yeah, fair enough.
Also, not using the sword beams there, so you can hit those mini Stalfos with anything. So if you go to the usual spot there and then just sword beam twice on both sides, you can kill them with that, and it's way faster. Or if you've got the bow, you can shoot them with that as well.
So the real question now is, where is the elusive Gain of Samaria?
Yeah. The rando always does come down to where's that one item. I've been seeing that a lot more recently. Like, I have had some extremely fast seeds in version 8, but I've been seeing it a lot more in recent times, where it's coming down to Everything else has been easy to find, but one item is in the most awkward spot possible. And
Is the fire rod usually the ice rod or the cane of Samaria?
yeah,
And-
the ice rod is the biggest one because that can literally be in any place.
To me, it feels like it usually is, or at least was in one of the previous versions at Dark World Dead Mountain.
Just a 1 rupee for the troubles.
Yeah. Here's your change.
Yeah, the catfish was checked.
Catfish at Red Mill. So now we'll have this wild goose hunt for Cane of Samaria, or he might decide to check out Misery Mire, hoping it's actually there.
Looks like there's still other locations to check first.
Oh, he might check out the Dark World Ferry.
Yep, he's got crystals 5 and 6, so as Sakura has stated before, the double-chested fairy, quote-unquote, is definitely a good place to check right now.
Absolutely.
That would put him exactly 1 rupee over the Almost Knights have stopped him having the fabled 666 rupee count, so no. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Armos, the protector of light world, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, in the lore of the game, they were knights of the sacred bloodline that I guess somehow got corrupted or something. Turned to evil by Aghanim, I guess, with the Seven Sages stuff. So, what are we gonna find in here? It's very rare at the moment that there is an item of use here, but at the same time, we are running out of places to check. And
You
there
called
it is!
You know,
That is awesome!
you called
Okay.
it earlier on that every time you say that's something
Yep.
slight waste of time, it turns out to be the correct choice. So, we're in Dungeon Rush mode, everyone.
There you go.
Is he going to kill the rock?
Maybe? I don't actually know exactly where he's heading at the moment. I'm having some trouble getting the speed glitch here, just decide.
Unless Mystery Mire requires the almost medallion.
Yeah, I wouldn't know because I haven't seen him go. If they did, I was away at the time, so...
Yeah, apparently he does need almost. Otherwise, or he might want to check tablet ether.
Yep, I would say Ether and then maybe the Spike Cave if that hasn't been checked.
Yeah. Total Rock Medallion is ether, I believe.
So it is possible that Highbridge has Ice Rod, which then Trinex has Bombo, so you can do Maya. Or it's possible that even Tablet just have it. So you did need to go and get the book, which is more than ever, Aghanim was required. So that's funny because you mentioned the book really wasn't necessary, and then look how it's ended up. The book was necessary. But...
Let's put that towards commentator's curse, I guess.
It seems like we've had that a few times today already. So
yeah, we're like mentally steering the seat in other directions. It's all us at this point.
Do as I don't say. Basically.
Yeah.
Alright, well, at the very least, we hopefully will have a relatively rapid way through Maya here. This is one of the more annoying dungeons to get the key in because there's plenty of places where it's really slow to go and check, and routing is always an interesting choice here.
It's really all over the place as well.
Yeah. Very easy to get lost in when you're less experienced. Oh, he did get hit at the end there. That's a shame. Interesting bringing bombs out. I'm not too sure what that's for. Maybe he just didn't get to the right menu there or something. I'm not sure.
Maybe. Yeah, he's switching to Kate now. I think he mismenued.
Oops. Coming right in the line of sight of a bomb of the Beamos there. Sadly, the mirror shield does not block Beamos.
Yeah. You should probably get your money back for the mirror shield if that happens. No? It's just so
Yeah. I could see that.
I wonder how many rupees a mirror shield would sell for if you could actually sell it.
I mean, the fire shield, when you have to buy it, is 500. There is one shop in basically, exactly where it is again. There's that weird map that you go left from Hyrule Castle, and then you'd go up towards Death Mountain from there. The sort of forest maze bit. In the Dark World, there is a shop there, and that shop has, I think it has bees for sale as well, but that shop has a fire shield for 500 rupees.
Interesting.
You actually, in order to get it in a nice bug dash there, in order to get to it in the first place, you actually have to drop down as well. There's a ledge at the bottom of it, and you have to drop down to actually get to it.
Huh.
I still remember as a kid that, because I didn't actually know about the Waterfall of Wishing until I was told by one of my friends, that glorious age where you could just look up on the internet wherever it was, because the internet wasn't really a thing yet. And I didn't know about the Waterfall of Wishing, so I didn't even know the existence of the Magical Room at that time. But I thought the only way to get the Red Shield was to buy it. And so if it got stolen by a picket, that was the worst experience, because you had to get 500 rupees back in order to get that shield again. It was the worst thing.
Back to the good old cave near desert with like 50 rupees.
I don't even think I knew about that. I think I just did the bow and arrow game for like 10 hours, because of course, being a kid, being terrible at actually aiming the shots as well. But eventually, you would get enough money off.
Yeah, in my case, I was actually fortunate enough to have two parents who actually love playing this game as well. So if I was stuck, I was like, "Mom, Dad, can you help me?" They're like, "Fine."
Big key in the regular chest. Whenever I do this dungeon, I always check the left side here after hitting the crystal switch, rather than going back to the main area and checking the switch, the stuff from there. Because every single time I go through this dungeon, bar maybe about once, the big key is in one of those two chests on that left-hand side. Every single time. I know it is quicker, technically, to check the ones on the right-hand side, but it is never there. And
you're better off just going to the left side.
Right, so more dark navigation. So the trick here is to hit your sword against the bottom, unless you can just find it like that. That's pretty good. The trick is that if you hit the sword against the bottom, then you can tell where I'm not entirely sure. Oh, did he pick the block up? Alright, I think we're going to have to see it. Yeah, so he's bonking his sword against the bottom, waiting to hear the dink. Well, that is, basically, if you hit a bomb wall, it'd be the same thing. And the idea is that the door is vertically aligned with the pot. So the switch is vertically aligned there, and you need to make sure that you don't get hit by the fireballs at that point, and then go up, lift the pot. Yep.
This is actually the reason why I pick up the lamp.
So the second room here, if you hold... Oh no! Why did they mirror? Oh no! Oh, why? Okay, so that's that third room there. You hold up left. You get
people in chat are actually calling it. Oh.
So in the third room, you, from my strategy at least, you hold up left, you get hit by the spike trap. On the second time you get hit by it, you hold down left, pick up the pot. Still holding down left, you get to the bottom left corner. You can hold up the whole way until you get to the top.
The sad Bowser.
Oh.
The sad Bowser.
Oh.
We feel you, Willard. We feel you. I saw him get the mirror and I was like, ooh, I really hope he switches that item really fast.
Yeah. So, I don't know all of the other runner strats for that third room because I kind of just developed it when I was doing this myself. Getting past that first room was the difficult one, and then thinking, well, from there, shouldn't be quite so bad, so long as you remember the layout. And yeah, so like I said, I hold up left, so then get hit by the spike trap twice. As soon as I get hit by it the second time, I'm still in that top left corner of that little mazy bit there, so just holding down left, I can get to the rest, I can get down to the bottom corner, and then it's just a case of reaching where the crystal switch is and hoping you get a cane block to actually hit it. Because you can see the switch, but yeah, very nice, very nice progression for it that time.
Did you actually use the block as a torch? He carried it inside the door.
So it looks like he's actually using the cape here. That's a pretty good strategy as well. So that avoids you taking damage at all, and then you could still do the same thing I described. He did mirror, so the crystal switch will be reset. That is very important to keep a note of here.
And he in fact did remember that.
Yep. Didn't even need to actually fish for where the wall was there for it to explode. That's very, very good. Shows he's had a decent bit of experience doing this.
Ooh, and we're back into the light.
Very nicely done. So, are we going to see Karkat's dash strategy with the cape here? Nope. Regular arrows. That's going to be very expensive.
Yeah.
So I guess he's just going to do the regular thing here, which is fine. This is what you would do in no major glitches, and it is still very fast. Karkat's strat that I kind of stole from him is to basically equip the cape and just dash horizontally through all of the eyeballs. And when you have Golden Sword like this, you still dash through them and kill them all in 3 hits. And it's super quick and it looks really cool. So I don't know if Karkat's the one who actually came up with it, but he's the first one I saw doing it, so...
it is a cool strat for sure. So, this means that Willard now has all crystals and he can go to Gan's Tower.
Shoutouts to Twitch clip names, by the way. Just seeing the link that's in chat from the clip there.
Nice.
Shoutouts to how ridiculously awesome the Twitch clip names are.
Yeah, there are some interesting combinations. So, you mentioned 3 areas that people often forget about to check in the randomizer. The Spy Cape, the pile of rocks west of Sanctuary. Which is the third one?
Usually it would be something like pegs as the other one. Pyramid item is quite common to forget because when you don't have to kill Aghanim, it's very easy to just think that you don't have to go around that way. So, and even when you are going to somewhere like Palace of Darkness, you're not approaching it from the angle of the pyramid. So that's a very common place to, just miss entirely.
That makes sense. Yeah. And it's also an item you don't want to really check because it's one item in a relatively far away place.
Yeah.
And checking it easily means killing again or feeding.
Yep. So that's quite a big one. What else is common? I haven't really seen too many people forgetting the mirror spot in the top right corner of Misery Maya, so that's quite good. Because I feared that would be pretty easy to forget, but...
I would also say Hobo.
Yes, Hobo can be quite common to forget if you don't fit this turn. But yeah, that mirror spot is only really forgotten if people don't realize that you can do it without the moon pearl.
And yeah, I can absolutely imagine Willard going silverless on Ganon.
Yeah,
If you can
no problem.
If you can navigate those rooms in the dark, I would be surprised if you can't silverless Ganon.
Yeah, because there's... Oh, nice fairy as well. He actually did catch a fairy earlier on too, so... Just before going into Misery Maya's dark rooms, which is really good actually. It's a good strategy to do. Because... Oops! Accidentally using the mirror again. Instead, I think he wanted to have the hammer or the hook shot out there. Accidentally pressing the button to go back to the start.
The mirror really is Willard's item, isn't it? No, Ice Rod is not required because Total Rock is not required, and you only need Ice Rod to beat Trinex.
Yes. And compared to the Fire Rod, it's generally not even that useful. This guy is so irritating to hit.
Willard having a tough battle with Stalfos. Skeleton. Oh, there's actually the Ice Rod!
That is the second, I think that's the second seed I've commented. Yeah, both seeds I've commented on today. I've had Ice Rod in that room. That's kind of cool. Pun sort of half intended. Wait. Oh, he's going right side. Ooh.
Yeah.
Tasty, okay. Let's see if this works out.
He's treating us to east side Ganon. Star Wars.
So with 2 keys in tow, that means if he does find a big key in the compass room here, which would be really cool if he did actually, just to see this be rewarded. If he does find it there, then it means that he has enough keys to just go straight up the tower. So no problem on that front. It's actually possible to do that room with the lamp only. It just takes a bomb jump getting across there. I was shown a video of that earlier on. It looks really difficult, but it is possible. So technically, it'd be possible to do about the Fire Rod if.
Oh,
nice
silver
arrows! Okay, so we didn't find the big key, but we did find something else that was definitely not going to get picked up otherwise. So yeah, just a quick thing. There is a small key there that is very easy to forget about, and it's nice just to have that extra one. You do need a small key for the end of that particular, of course, if you're not going back over there, because there's no more chests in that direction. Yeah, I would say that was actually worth it, getting silvers out of that room. The time that silver arrows would save is probably more... Oh, whoops. The time that silvers would save is probably more than it spent actually going and getting them there.
And for convenience sake, it's easier to kill with Ganon with silvers.
Magical Boomerang's pretty difficult to try and do this tech with. He has the regular Boomerang, he could have switched to that instead. As the mini Star Wars just gets in the way of the fireball as well there.
Yeah.
He actually did have regular Boomerang he could have switched to if he was trying to do no major glitches strats, but decided against it. Maybe forgotten about it because, let's face it, it's the Boomerang. Why would you ever use it?
Yeah.
I was fired.
Red Boomerang OP.
I mean, I don't like the red Boomerang either because it lags the game, but...
I just never used either of them.
Neither do I. Of course the big key is right there, so...
Off we go.
No problem there.
On our way to Ganon 2.
So, damage tanking here, plenty of hearts to do so. Looks like we're going to stop at 8 hearts here. So, that's a pretty respectable total though, I've got to say.
True, it's respectable for sure.
It's one of the larger amounts I've seen in Rando runs.
Absolutely.
I think I had 12 during my race, but my last one, it was 11 or 12 hearts that I had at the end of it, so definitely nowhere near as healthy as this. I only had one bottle too, which was kind of scary. I was sitting on... no, I had red mail, but it was sitting at 10 hearts. Oh! Casually walking off the side there. No big deal. Yeah, I was sitting on 10 hearts.
That's for RNG manipulation. I'm pretty sure that's.
I mean, he did get across in one shot afterwards, so you might be onto something there.
That would be interesting. Oh, immunity frames, that could possibly.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
That's a cool strat. It's the second fastest way through that route.
I always love how that fireball for the Fire Rod Dead doesn't even get close to hitting that mini Stalfos, and it always dies anyway. Because I do the same thing there, you just hold down left for a split second before you throw the fireball.
Almost a one cycle here.
Yeah, got shot by the fireball, which is unfortunate, and then doing a me and missing the shot there. So he's just going, screw it, I'm gonna hit. And of course, getting bounced too far away. Yeah, the poke only does tempered sword damage, so that's not going to be enough to kill you. So health situation is looking pretty fine. I'm actually slightly surprised he didn't pick up the small magic there. Maybe hoping for a full drop here. But health is fine. Oh, gets it.
Yeah,
that's worth it.
He wants it. He wants it. He's getting it.
Gotta make sure that you don't screen transition before picking it up though, because...
Don't count.
Although I think that's mostly been from outside stuff. Yeah, it might not count. You don't want to risk that. So yeah, no need to worry about the lamp here, because Fire Rod is pretty good. Obviously it doesn't even have the lamp, so can't worry about it, but it is nice to... Oh, he's gonna get the magic anyway. I appreciate that. I mean, there was more than enough magic here so that you didn't have to do that, but it's not the end of the world. And
also muscle memory, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a commonly picked up magic potion. So, magic jar.
Yeah, I could imagine that being important if you've got single magic. Make sure you just don't get completely destroyed before the end here. He won't actually be at full health picking up... Wait, he's not even going to pick those up. Okay.
Wow.
Huh.
Well, he has a fairy in a bottle, so... He must
He's got 2 fairies.
I have a red mail, 2 fairies. I should be fine.
I feel like I would have still picked up the magic at least.
Yeah, and I guess it saves time.
Speaking of magic, Moldorm actually having something useful behind it.
At least this is the last chest, so we can't do this anymore for this race.
I think I've actually had Butter Sword there before. That's been one of my
Wow.
runs. So
That's
pretty,
pretty cool.
Pretty awesome. Oh, we're gonna see the Bugnet strats here. That's good.
Ooh, Bugnet struts.
Even better, the Bugnet starts with an item dash. So that is maximum swag right there.
Yeah, he's spoiling us right now. Absolutely.
Oh, too bad. I actually did that in my first race as well, where I was using the Bugnet for the last couple of hits on angle 1, and yeah, the first one of them missed because of course I did. Oh well.
Well, this means it's time for the King of Evil. Get him.
Bad enough dude to rescue Zelda, except technically you've already rescued Zelda by now because she would, well, yeah, because she's Crystal 7, so it doesn't even matter whether it's in Total Rock or not, it's Crystal 7.
it's just a dark world, right? You can't just mirror back to Hyrule and happily ever after, right? Right? No.
You would hope it. So here's a question then for the randomizer stage. If we're assuming that the crystals still have the maidens in them, because sort of makes sense for that. What happens if you rescue Zelda? Like, just sort of thinking about it. If you rescue Zelda at Crystal 7 and you haven't beaten Aghanim, from a sort of time perspective point, what does that really do to everything? Because you're making 2 Zeldas then, right? Crystal 7 being one, and the Zelda's still in the Sanctuary.
It's a time continuum paradox. Even, for example, if you just use glitches to...
Ouch!
He's taking that here, but at least he has a fairy, so it should be fine.
Yeah, there's no problem with it really, it's just a shame that...
Oh, well, he's going for a silver arrow, so it might be even better. So if you really optimally, it's even better to not get torch glitch if you do it silverless.
Yeah, and he had the safety potion, so...
Yeah.
Zelda's that to oblivion, and then she's right there in the sanctuary, okay. Yep. Seems legit.
GG.
Yeah.
And now, only one question remains. How many bunks?
You win! Okay. So yeah, definitely well played to Willard there.
Absolutely. Finishing the run.
I was hoping for all your base belonged to us, yes.
Oh, all these guesses. Yeah. Should we put them in?
Yeah, if he's all set, then... Hello there.
Congratulations, Willard. Good job.
It doesn't feel good. It feels bad, man.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I can understand it.
What happened to Spankies?
No idea.
No idea.
Maybe something.
His stream is still up, actually. His stream is still up. It still shows the Game Over screen from like an hour or so ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it must have been something IRL that happened. It's unfortunate. He was so excited to race. He kept on popping into chat last night, like 13 hours, 12 hours. So I was so stoked. Yeah. And then when I saw the forfeit, I was like, no, come on. Because this was hot garbage. He easily could have beaten me because I played so stupid. I don't even want to talk about that mirror in Meyer.
Yeah, that's happened.
I was trying to switch to the cape, and I guess I switched one too many. It was great.
You did a pretty good job of getting through that first room, though.
Yeah.
That first
getting through Meyer and Palace of Darkness.
Palace of Darkness is easy. Meyer, that first room is a doozy. My second attempt at it was much better. But I had actually been practicing it because I was kind of glad that the lamp was MIA because I was like, good, I practiced for this. Let's do it.
Do you want to know where it was?
Where was it?
Blind had it, so he must have stared at it for too long, and that's why he got his name.
Yeah, no, that happens. I thought about going back and doing blind until I realized the places I had missed. Because I did the first 4 chests in blind. I was like, all right, nothing of use here. I'm out of here. And I didn't have the hammer.
Yeah.
But I also want to apologize for bailing on Aga Tower after that awful, awful death. I'm still mad about that because I missed the fire rod on the second guy, and then I went for the slash, and the fighter sword is garbage.
It is,
and
yes.
he knocked me into the pit, and I looked at my health, and I'm like, oh, cool, I still have half a heart. And then he hit me again while I was falling, because the game's... Because this game is broken, and that's why I died. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
And then when I started back at the beginning of Agatara, I was like, well, I already wasted time doing this, so let's go try something else. And that was definitely my downfall. So
yeah.
Please delete this VOD. Please delete this VOD. Please delete this VOD. Take them. Don't ever let me touch the mirror again. And
will be sent to all your family.
And if I ever have to go on a wild goose chase for the flippers again, just for it to be in the stupid Bonk Cave or King's Tomb again, right next to Sanctuary, I swear, I'm gonna drop this game for the rest of my life.
It's already on YouTube. Sorry, it's already on YouTube. You're too late.
Top 3 locations to miss in the entire game, in my opinion. That is one of them, the Sangmo.
Yeah. I realized that after I finished Pod, and I was like, that's why I beelined out of there instead of mirroring and doing Eastern.
Yeah,
we were actually talking about that.
Because
we were wondering
that was my original plan.
Eastern.
Was to go do Pod, see if there's anything in there. And Ether was in there, which turned out to be useless, but once I realized I had missed that Bonk spot next to Sanctuary, I was like, that's where I'm gonna go next. That's where it's gonna be. And that's where it was. And I'm still mad about that. So that's why I'm so upset that Spankies forfeited, because this would have been the race. He easily would have beaten me. So I'm curious to see what happened, because feels bad, man. Also, I'm not gonna John right now, but take this as you will. The fact that he forfeited, like, what, 30 minutes into the race? Maybe?
An hour in.
Very early.
Hour, 40 minutes now.
I was definitely playing a lot more relaxed and made a lot of dumb mistakes. It's still a John, nonetheless, but I definitely didn't have that pressure to, like, do well. I mean, of course, my completion time is going to get averaged in, so it might determine my next round. And I think with this win, that I'm an auto bid, because this is basketball now. I automatically make it into the second round, so
fantastic.
I'll take it.
No
Johns. Yeah. So what had happened right before Spanky's forfeit? I see he died.
He died at Mochila.
So he didn't have Tempered Sword going in there. I unfortunately had to go out for a bit, came back about 20 minutes before forfeit, but he had run out of magic, had tried to use the beast for it as well, only had Fighter Sword trying to fight Morphula, and had taken a death, and then that's the last thing we saw.
Yeah.
So we don't know what exactly has happened.
Yeah. Oh, my Morphula fight was nice. I had just enough magic. I don't think I missed him once. Yeah, that is an unfortunate death right there, because then you got to go hunt for magic, even though... Where can you... Well, you can usually get enough magic on the way there, but yeah. I was so lucky to get that Tempered Sword in the Hype Cave, which on my wild quest to look for the flippers, and also doing the fake flippers actually paid off this time. Because once I got the mirror, I knew in my heart, I'm like, well, flippers can't be anywhere that requires the mirror.
Yep.
And if I had realized that I had missed those spots next to Sanctuary, it would have been a done deal. But that's 2 races in a row where I can't find them dang flippers, and they're right in front of me.
Aw.
Get your bunk guesses in, everyone.
That's my what? Oh, my bunk out?
We have an answer.
I'm feeling
the
okay.
Answer is 29.
Oh, 29. That's only one more than it was yesterday for my last race.
18 save and quits, nice.
Yo, dude. Now that's a struggle right there. The 2 deaths. Yeah, the first one was Aga, the second one was a intentional death in Thieves to get out of there early.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, we saw it, and we actually commentated on that. It was probably a dead ward, because she didn't have the mirror yet.
Nice. Yeah, that was really bad. I'm sorry you guys had to watch that. I'm really sorry. I'll do better next time, I promise. Please don't follow me on twitch.tv/WillardJBradley. Please! And please, especially, do not follow me on www.twitter.com/WillardJBradley. Please don't follow me there. I don't want to get to 400 followers on Twitter. Don't even think about doing it.
Hashtag not a promotion.
Yeah.
Uh,
Shameless plugs, TM.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, for commentating my race. Light Blue, I believe this was your first commentary?
It was.
How'd you feel? Did you feel pretty good? Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was a lot of fun.
Sorry I had to bail out on you for a little bit at the start, but real life happens. That's unfortunate.
It happens.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to go back and listen to it and see chat's reaction to all my dumbs. I should have used the same file. I feel like my file name was very appropriate. Something wrong.
Oh, well.
And then my file names from yesterday was Doing a Dumb, which also definitely would have applied. So, yeah.
Don't worry about it. I know full well the consequences of doing a dumb, if you will, with the C-shaped house. Kind of funny considering, name is Cal and I missed a house that's my name. But yeah, I know full well with that, so...
Well, you'll never forget that.
One race. I hope not. We've both had that one race where it's like, don't watch this, please. Oh, sorry for putting up with that sort of thing. So, yeah, it's perfectly understandable. So, who have we got next anyway? I don't actually have the schedule up, so I don't
is New Life and Radioactive Rat, which I will be commentating.
Good.
So I will be sticking around.
It will start in 15 minutes. So,
okay.
No, I will definitely watch.
Alright.
Alright, well, thank you very much for watching this race, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed it as much as we have. And until 15 minutes, I suppose, we shall speak to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.